for me. Run through the land, you run through my soul. Bring me wisdom and peace. Run through all ages and all of life's stages. You bring me around to find my release.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis. Welcome to be my guest today. We have from Worcester, we have a wonderful author, and her name is Marie LeClaire. And Marie has written you girls out there, listen up, The Last Yard Sale, and it's mysterious too. Let me hold this one up for you. If you go to a yard sale, welcome Marie. she got me with this right off the bat. Love it. And the other one is A Soldier's Last Mission. Is this a Mr. Jones?
Also a yard sale book, and it's a sequel, but you don't have to read one to read the other.
Okay, because I have read through this one, but I hadn't quite. Now I'm okay. I'm glad to know this is the sequel to it. Mm-hmm. Where did you what a fantastic topic. I mean, really, there are guys who do yard. I mean, I see men get out and they're the ones who show up. A lot of the guys show up at, like, I've had yard sales, like, about 7 in the morning. They're looking for the antiques. Yeah. Well, you don't have that? Well, no. We girls, like, we get up maybe afternoon or whatever. We start. We're
looking at the pillows.
The cruising around. I go right for the books. Yeah. I'll go for the books. Clothes would be next.
Yep.
I don't know, but now, when this was your first book.
Yes.
When did you write this, Murray?
Well, I wrote the first draft.
Yeah.
In 2011. And then it just sort of sat there by the by for years.
Yeah.
And I took it out and dusted it off a couple of years ago.
And that was it?
And that was it. Yeah.
So if you've got to be a yard sale person.
I'm not, really, surprisingly. I mean, they're fun.
Yeah.
And right now I use them to just get myself out of the house. And of course it's so beautiful driving around in the fall.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah.
So I'll, like, set myself up with a few just to get out of the house. But and I suppose in the past, in my gathering, now I'm trying to get rid of stuff.
Yeah. Just like.
But in my gathering stage,
that was it.
Yeah.
Right in the back it says, 4 enchanted yard sale treasures show a lonely shop owner the way back to love. Now she stumbles across this yard sale, kind of like off the beaten path, right? And she, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. She goes. Tell us about the mysterious woman.
Oh, well, see, that's what started the whole book.
Yeah.
The old woman is what started the whole book. And I was having a conversation with some friends of mine, and we were joking about having a yard sale, getting rid of some of our junk. And this sort of topic turned to, wouldn't it be nice if we could get rid of all of our sort of emotional baggage by having a yard sale?
Yeah.
And so it just got me going on this story. And so the host of the yard sale is actually an old woman who has recently died.
Yeah.
And she crossed over to the other side.
Yep.
And she was told that she had too many attachments to this lifetime.
Yeah.
And so she has a yard sale.
And like the girl, our star of the show in this book, 4 bewitched bargains change everything. She was not too sure what to think of this woman. I had the feeling the woman was real at first. I thought, oh, and then suddenly she disappeared. That's because she was on the other side. And it was based on getting rid of, I think she was trying to tell our heroine to get rid of things in life.
Right.
That's an excellent topic. I mean, this hit you in 2011?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you've kept it secret for 8 years. How have you done that?
I don't know if I've kept it secret. It's funny, when I first started writing it, I was sending a couple of friends and family members pieces as I wrote.
Yeah.
And then I would stop writing for a while. And I would get these, like, remotely hostile emails
From
saying, where's the rest of this book?
Oh, okay. I thought they didn't like your writing. No, it's not to. Now, do you have kids that have read your book?
I don't have children myself,
Yeah.
but a lot of my family has read it, yeah. People tell me my cousin said she read the whole thing in one day. She just canceled everything on her calendar when she picked up the book in the morning and said, that's it, I'm just reading this. She read the whole thing.
I wish I could read something in one day.
Yeah.
I'm the type who'll pick it up at midnight.
Well, right. So my other cousin told me that she stayed up till 3 a.m.
Oh, definitely. Right. Now, this was the first one, The Last Yard Sale. Now, tell us about A Soldier's Last Mission. A fallen soldier reaches out from beyond the grave to save his son's life. Tell us about that one.
Yes, and so our same heroine,
Yeah.
1 year later, she's driving down the street and she sees the exact same yard sale sign that she saw before. And she's determined now she wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
So she drives right by it.
I got to read this one.
And it shows up at the next street, and she drives right by it. It shows up at the next
keeps
street. So finally she says, ah! So she goes down to the yard sale, and the person hosting the yard sale is a fallen Vietnam soldier, a 20-year-old soldier, and he implores her to save his son's life. And she picks up a combat helmet and a package of letters and a journal. And then, of course, poof, he's gone. And so now she's like, okay, what do I do with
Here we
this?
go again, she's probably thinking.
That was almost the title.
Here we go again?
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
So she helps out.
So she helps out, and so it turns out that there's, so that the fallen soldier's son also went into the army, spent 20 years in the army, served in Iraq and Afghanistan, and has retired and is now in trouble.
In trouble.
In trouble with PTSD,
Okay.
with thoughts of harming himself.
We just had a guest on who's he's kind of like a counselor helping people with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
He went through it.
And so the story is, how does she find him? It pulls in her father into the story, who is also a Vietnam era veteran, and some of the old boys from the VA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. The military dudes.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And so then they sort of go about finding him and helping him.
I love this. A mysterious yard sale. This is the second book. Sends a Vietnam vet on a mission to save the life of an Afghanistan soldier. I love the way you've got don't ever lose this, try not to lose the yard sale part. That's going to rope in a lot of us girls. The last yard sale and a soldier's last mission. How can they get a hold of your books, Marie?
They can find them on Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and also other online outlets like Kobo and Goodreads, and some of the other websites that are devoted specifically to readers and books.
She's got a lot coming up. Tell us where you're going to be.
You
can use your list.
I know, right? My cheat sheet.
Your cheat sheet.
So I got on the last week or so and just went to town about showing up locally. So they can find my books locally.
Yeah.
At Annie's Book Stop in Worcester on James Street, and at the Book Lovers Gourmet in Webster.
Yeah.
And the Enchanted Passages children's bookstore, which is also much more than that. They have
Yes, you're going to be
that's
there.
That's a wonderful store.
Tonight or tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night.
Okay, tomorrow night. I don't think I'll get off that soon, but tomorrow night. Yeah.
Tomorrow night they're having a fabulous Halloween party.
Cool.
And with a few authors there and a few other special events. So yes, absolutely, head down there. So those are the places at the moment where they're on the shelf, where you can go in and buy them, as well as online. And they're also in both e and paper format. So if you're
if you're a Kindle
person or a Nook person, or
I like it this way. I want to hold the sucker. Yeah.
So November 8th and 9th, I'm going to be at the Francis Farm Christmas Fair in Rehoboth, which is, I've never been there, but it looks fabulous. I'll probably go home broke. And it should be a glorious weekend. And on the 23rd, I'm going to be at a VFW in Medway Christmas Fair. And on the 26th, I'm going to be at the Worcester Senior Center Craft Fair.
Yeah.
And on the 30th, I'm going to be back at the Enchanted Passages for the Small Business Day celebration after Black Friday.
Yeah.
And so that'll be the Small Business Day. And December 7th, I'll be part of the Chain of Lights in Sutton, and also the Winter Stroll in Hopedale.
You can do both.
I'm hoping.
How are you going to do that?
I'm hoping. With a time portal midday.
So you can do one in the morning and one
in the afternoon. That's what I'm hoping to do.
So the Hopedale one is the Chain of Lights at Hopedale? No.
No. The Chain of Lights is the Sutton.
Yeah.
And so I'll spend the morning at Enchanted Passages. and then the afternoon at the library, Hopedale Library.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
when you go in that
Yeah.
Hopedale Library. It's like ancient. It is fascinating.
Yeah, it's got that.
They love
that,
authors.
that
Sam.
energy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And after that, I'm going to be January 23rd. I'm actually going to be having hosting a discussion at the Worcester Senior Center. So in addition to having my books, it'll really be, it's really an invitation for people to talk about how to publish.
Right. So you're pretty booked up in November.
I'm pretty booked up in November. December seems to be a little bit open at the moment.
Okay,
and then-
December, January, we're going forward. Okay. All right. This is great. She's been one of the most fun authors I've ever worked for because she's just so open. I know.
Sure, I'll do it.
You go. Tell me, what's coming next? I know that there's got to be something. Come on now.
There's a book in the pipeline. I'm hoping to have it out. I'm really optimistically hoping to have it out at the end of the month.
What's the name?
The working title
Yeah.
is 1,000 Buddhas, but who's counting?
1,000 Buddhas.
1,000 Buddhas, but who's counting?
Is it got anything to do with yard sales?
No,
Okay.
it's off track. It's off the yard sales. Although I have had people ask me if I'm going to write another one, so sooner or later I might have to.
Oh yeah. We're gonna hold you to.
Yeah, I know. No, this is about. There's a legend. This is true. There's a legend in the Buddhist tradition that says that after 1,000 Buddhas are born, that mankind will evolve into the next level of existence, or the next experience, or the next age, whatever that is. And so, according to current thought, the most recent Buddha, who died in like 500 BCE, was number 5. That's current thought.
Yeah.
Well, so I took the story.
And ran with it.
I did. All the way up to 999.
Oh my God.
And so the book is about the last 4 Buddhas.
Oh, that's good. That's a different tactile completely.
Yeah.
That is.
Yes.
Is that a mystery?
There's
or
still a little bit of mysticism to it because, in the very opening scene, there's a monk in a cave in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
And on the wall, he's got
The numbers.
Yep, charcoal marks. And so his life is devoted to counting the Buddhas.
Now I wonder if you know about this. Over in Grafton, do you know they have that Buddhist place right in Grafton? You can go to meditation gather.
Oh, I haven't really actually looked around.
I haven't been in it at all, but a friend
Yeah.
of mine who's going to be on here,
Yeah.
she is from Sri Lanka, and she is into plants. She's a botanist, and she wants to show me around up there.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I said, do they have meditation? I love meditation. And I guess they do.
I'm sure they do.
It's right about, you know, 140.
And a lot of times those programs are open.
Yeah.
To anybody really. You don't have to be a Buddhist.
Who wants to? It's, did you come in on 140? You came 120?
Possibly.
All right.
No. I came 495. My GPS said
Okay,
495.
okay. Off of 140 in Grafton, well, there's a huge lake, and across from it is this little side road, and it's the Buddhist, I don't know if you want to call it temple, but whatever it is. We've driven up there. It was awfully quiet. No one was around. But evidently, they do have people around. And
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never done that.
Yes,
I've done
yes,
Indian meditation, India. Never.
It's most. I was just going to say it's mostly the same.
Is
it's
it the same?
mostly the same.
A
It's
lot
sitting
the same?
quietly, trying to quiet the mind and calm your thoughts.
Marie, again, how can people get a hold of your books?
So they're online, both in print and ebooks. On the most popular, of course, is Amazon or Barnes and Noble, and as well as other sites. And you can also get them at Annie's Bookstop in Worcester, the Book Lovers Gourmet in Webster, and the Enchanted Passages in Sutton. And so, I'm hoping to. Oh, and there's one at Tatnick Square.
Yeah, are you going to be? Well, there's one right here in Westboro.
Excuse me, not the Tatnick bookseller. There's a new bookseller in Tatnick Square.
Were you able to get through to the one in Westboro yet? Did I give
we're,
you?
we're exchanging information. We're phone tagging.
Okay, I was going to say if you have a problem with that, I'll get her. But
Phone tagging.
she has written. Okay, the last yard sale. This is the first one. I guess this is going to get your attention. Then it's a follow-up, A Soldier's Last Mission. So the next book she's going to write is a Buddha type of book, and totally different than these two. But we're going to have to gang up on her and tell her don't drop the yard sale. This is a winner. I mean,
Yeah.
you're going to get a lot of attention with that. I mean, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh. I love to go. We were just talking about it. You know, if you're driving along and you see a yard sale, you kind of like cruise by.
You slow down.
I used to
Look
stop
out the
at all.
window.
When I was a newbie, I'd stop at the mall. I thought that's what you did. I'm like, no, Jan, don't do that. Don't keep going. If you don't see what it really looks like, it's all maybe baby things. That's great, but maybe I'm not looking for that.
Right.
Some people's cars, you could see them on a Saturday or Sunday, loaded.
Yeah.
They've had a blast. How long have you been? Did you start yard sailing? You're not really that into it, though, right?
Well, not at the moment. Like we were talking a little bit earlier. I'm downsizing.
Yeah. Right.
So, I'm not picking up anything that I can't eat or wear.
I wish I could be like you. Oh my God, that's a talent that you've got to be able to do that. It's hard to part with things.
Yeah. Well, I've moved around a lot in my adult life.
Where did you grow up?
Worcester, born and raised in Worcester.
Yeah.
And at 18, I joined the Air Force.
You were in the Air Force?
Yeah.
My husband was in the Air Force.
Okay, then.
But I'm sure he was there 10 years before you.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. I graduated from high school in '78.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was way ahead.
And went in. Yeah. I missed I missed a little bit the Vietnam era, but a lot of people that I served with, were certainly of that. Had that experience.
What made you want to do that?
I wanted to get out of Worcester.
I would have been. What's it? That movie, Private Benjamin? No,
I was pretty close.
Where's my breakfast? I'm not going to run before my breakfast.
I know, right?
I don't know how. That was a funny movie. But so you just did you get shocked when you went in there? Did you like, oh my God, what did I do?
No, I never did that.
No,
I never did that. No.
You're pretty brave. How long were you in the Army?
I was in just for 4. I did
just 4 years.
My initial agreement.
That's a long time. Are you in the reserve now?
Nope. Done and done.
So after you did that, what did you do?
I went back to school for architecture and construction technology, just in time for the recession. What was it? 1989, 1990.
Okay,
yeah. And my company was doing okay, but the companies around us, I had friends that literally were showing up to work and the doors were locked. Because the construction industry always bottoms out first.
Oh, great. What did you do?
And so I moved to Tucson, Arizona.
Just
pretty much.
Did you know anybody out there? I'm going.
Going to Tucson.
You didn't have a place to rent? Where'd you stay till you got a place?
Hotel.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. I did something like that. We were living on the Cape, and I had a boyfriend in Stamford, Connecticut. I'd had it to here. I said, I'm going back. My father and mother didn't want me to leave. But I did. I drove that in an old Volkswagen Bug all the way from the Cape out of Stamford, Connecticut.
Yep.
I wouldn't do that now because I don't like highways. But
well, yeah, I drove out to Tucson. I had a Honda CRX at the time. Do you remember those?
Yep.
They're little 2-seaters.
Yep.
And whatever would fit in the Honda was what went with me.
That's it.
And one friend who went with me for the ride.
How'd she get back?
He flew back.
Holy
He drove out with me and flew back.
Okay, so you had a buddy with you then. It's a long.
Yeah.
So when you got to Arizona, you weren't writing yet.
No. I was unemployed. I was on unemployment because I'd been laid off.
Yeah.
From the construction.
That's going to last just so long, though, right?
Yeah. So I did. I kicked around for a little while, and then I just picking up odd jobs, and then I decided that I was going to go back to school for something called dance movement therapy.
We have someone who comes on who does this.
Seriously,
I wonder
so
if you know her.
fabulous.
Diane Newman. She has the Octoband.
I don't know. I can't say.
Love her.
Can't say. It's a fabulous discipline and approach to mental health and healing and all that. It's really, really fabulous. But and so this is kind of the story of my life. So as soon as I graduated from college with my master's degree,
Where'd you go?
At this point, Antioch Graduate School in Keene, New Hampshire.
I went to Plymouth State in Plymouth.
Oh.
You went to Keene?
I went to Keene.
Yeah. Okay.
And so by the time I graduated, managed care had just sort of entered the scene, and they were limiting what they would pay for.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the first round of insurance companies denying certain things.
Oh, that's awful. Okay.
And they were denying any of what we would consider the alternative or the arts therapies. So art therapy, drama therapy, and psychodrama, extremely powerful mediums, dance therapy, poetry,
Coloring.
and writing therapy, all that stuff, right? And so the insurance company stopped paying for them. And so I'm like, okay, all right. So I went into what is referred to as talk therapy, as opposed to the other therapies, and did that for years, kicking around.
So you were a counselor.
I was a counselor.
That's
I
amazing.
still am.
Yeah.
I still am.
Do you still do that too?
I still do it a little bit. Yeah.
Locally?
Yeah. No, oddly enough, in New Mexico.
You have customers in New Mexico who is Skype? Do you Skype with them?
It's not Skype, but it's a video conference.
How did they find you?
Well, they go online on their
Okay,
service,
so they got that.
and my name shows up.
What do your friends think about your books?
They love them.
Yeah.
They love them. I mean, of course, yeah. Nobody. Well, in all fairness, they're my friends. Nobody told me they didn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Smart. Yeah. Definitely.
But mostly, yeah. No, people have all kinds of people have told me how much they've enjoyed it, and they haven't been able to put it down.
No.
You know, my mother, God bless her, is passing them out to all her friends. So she has. She
yeah.
keeps track of them. She has two. She keeps track of them. She loans them out. She knows who has them.
Yeah.
She gets them back. She loans them out.
Yeah. Sounds like me. Yeah. I've got another friend who's like, loves thrift shops. I gotta get her out to do some yard sales.
Mm-hmm.
Loosen up a little. Let's have some fun. Some yard sales. So, do you ever find that you see something and you expect, when you have a yard sale, it's so that ordinary people, can afford it, and I suppose you can, barter down, but I don't like bartering. So one time, years ago, there was I think a baby stroller, and we didn't have anything, I thought, well, that looks pretty good. How much? I think she said, 100? I said, what? Well, we paid $300 for it. I'm like, you're not getting it. You don't understand.
Do.
You want to get rid of this?
Yeah.
It's going to end up on the curb.
Yeah.
People who go to yard sales generally don't have that kind of money.
They don't generally, plan
and it's
on
okay
that.
too,
Yeah.
A lot of them are into the antiques.
Yeah, but people that come early, I've certainly hosted my share of yard sales too, and those
You too?
Oh, yeah, over the years.
Yeah,
yes.
say no early birds, and they show up at 7.
Oh, yeah. They totally ignore that. They're the collectors, they're the people that have antique shops or antique boutiques or any of that sort of thing.
You went to Book Lovers Gourmet, didn't you?
I did.
Did you like it?
It's a lovely shop, and
She's nice.
Deb is very
Deb is
nice.
great.
And it's a great little store too because it's not just books.
Yeah.
She has a lot of little gifts and artwork and stuff. So
It's right off of Route
it's
16.
really lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to get you over here to Tatnut.
Not hard to
There are
get
so many, all over New England, different bookstores. Now, December 7th, you're going to be busy with your Sutton change. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I probably wrote to you about that big one, the Rhode Island's Authors Expo in Cranston.
Yes. Yeah.
I think they're all full. I think they've almost 200 authors in there.
I know I'm finding that I'm kind of late to the dance on a lot of these events for the holidays.
Yeah, we walked in as customers, and I wanted to meet a lot of the authors. And I can't possibly meet all these people.
Yeah.
And I hate walking
there
by
must have been,
someone's table and
16, 70, I know, yeah.
Because I know what it's like. They want you to come talk to me. I'm like, oh, it's tough. It really, really is. So now, when is your next one going to be out?
Well, I'm hoping if the planets align, by the end of the month, I'll have the manuscript done and a cover and formatted, and I'll just be waiting for any of the generous people that pre-read my books
And you do.
to be done.
She does the self-publishing.
I do the self-publishing, and I do the whole thing. So
it's a way to go. She's already out there. She's already getting out there, and you're going to love it. You really, really are. I can't wait to read the next one. This Buddhist one, it's so much good timing because I'm going to be shown the Buddhist temple here in right.
Right.
It's going to be really good.
And the story for that came about in one of my travels in recent years. I ended up in Billings, Montana.
Yeah.
And I think it's north of Billings. I have to think about that now. It's out really kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Montana.
Yeah.
There's a place called the Garden of 1,000 Buddhas.
The Garden of 1,000 Buddhas, and that's where you got the idea? And you went in?
Yep, I went in, and sure enough, it is a manicured garden, very lovely, that has 1,000 Buddha statues.
There are actually literally 1,000 Buddhas in there?
Yes.
Statues.
Statues.
Have you been to one of their meditations? A Buddhist meditation?
Not specifically, no, but I've, like you, I've done a lot of the Hindu meditation and other kinds of
So you think
various
it's kind of a lot?
variations on the theme. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I love the Indian one. I mean, that was terrific. I thought I fell asleep. I was so relaxed. She says, "No, you were in deep meditation." I'm thinking, well, I don't know.
Okay.
They had to wake me up. They had to say, Jan. I'm sitting there like, it takes a lot to get me in that state, let me tell you, and that worked.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to trying the new one.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got about 2 minutes left. We're talking with Marie LeClaire, and Marie has written 2 fantastic books, The Last Yard Sale and A Soldier's Last Mission. This ties in with it. Okay, another yard sale ties in with it. She's got another one coming, but it's about Buddhism and the Buddhist 1,000 Buddhists. You can find the copies of these downstairs, right, in the Upton Library?
Yes.
This one, I've got my other copy. Yeah, this one's mine.
That goes downstairs.
And so you'll have them downstairs. And we're going to have her back on again, believe me. You know, she's got another one coming up,
Yes,
I love it.
And I have a Facebook page for Marie LeClaire.
Oh, go ahead, give out your
I have a Facebook page, just Marie LeClaire, and I also have a website, which is mleclaire.com, MLECLAIRE.com. And so you can message me or through the website or through Facebook. And yeah, I'm happy to get back to people. And
she's very open. Yeah. She, if you want to, if you want to talk with her about maybe you have a facility or you'd like her to come there.
Yes,
can they use? Would you write email or would you rather have them do your website? What do you think?
Well, my email is marie@mleclaire.com, so you can email me through my website or email me directly. Yeah,
that's
wonderful. Fine.
So,
and I am happy to also just talk about writing books. I mean, I'm not. Well, I was going to say I'm not a professional writer, but I guess
you are now. You could actually give presentations about that too.
But and the whole publishing process now is changing so dramatically, and there are at last count. There are over 600 books that get published every day on Amazon. Okay,
on Amazon. And I see a whole lot more published, like you do, self-publishing. The other one, I mean, I've heard such horror stories when I've got a publisher, but I did have to wait, and I put it out there for a number. I'm like, don't wait.
Yes, that was the thing. And I did a little bit of that. I sent things out. I sent query letters to agents and publishers, and I'll just say, it didn't work for me, and so at some point I just said, well, I'm either going to do it or not.
Well, have fun at Enchanted Passage tomorrow night.
Yes.
Say hi to Kim for me. Did you tell her that you were going to
her?
Oh, good.
When I couldn't find your studio, I called her up and said, hey, where does Jan film?
Thank God you found it. That's great. She's going to be back with us again about that Buddhist, kind of a mystery in a way.
It is a mystery, because the monk doesn't know where they are, and so he tasks people to find them.
He's going to...
Yeah. Yes.
Thanks for being with us. Look for her books downstairs in the Upton Library.
Yes.
Okay. And we'll see you next time on Be My Guest.
Thank you.